Okay.
Hi, I'm Sean from Spray Away Exterior Cleaning and Equipment. Just finished off this rig for a customer, so I just thought we'd run through a couple of design features and stuff that we've got that most don't have. Custom build obviously, so there's two different systems on there. There's a pressure washing system and a soft wash system, and we'll just go through a couple of things as we go. To start with, we have the inlet hose, which is 3/4 inch ID. All the way through to the tank. The tank is filtered through a inlet filter and going through a high flow Hansen float valve. As we move around, we'll come to the end of the tank here. Tanks are a 405 litre water tank. We have a 115 litre SH tank. We have two 39 litre tanks, one being for soap and one being for roof treatment, or benzo, as a lot of us like to call it. Going through, we've got storage. This one customer has a water fed pole system, DI unit, so he's got that there. There's also room for a pump up sprayer if need be. Storage on this one is for the surface cleaner, as well as 20 litre storage or whatever you want to put under there, so there's plenty of room. Quite a compact system really for what's on there. Pressure washer itself is a 21 litre a minute gear drive. Coming in, we've got a 25mm line, 1 inch feed line, all the way to the pump where it goes, reduces down to the pump inlet size. We have a drain, tank drain or bucket full, plenty useful if you ever need it. Get stuff in your eyes, you can wash your eyes, that sort of thing. And being filtered everywhere, the tank should always stay clean. There's a low level tank sensor, so when the water level gets to this level, it switches the pump off, so there's the pump should never ever run out of water, causing any damage. Other things we've got, we have a remote downstream system. Downstreaming, I think personally, is probably the most effective and efficient way to wash. This one, by adding this system, it makes it even more efficient, being a remote three-way valve. Obviously from the other side of the house, we push on, the unit turns blue, and we're sucking chem from one side of the valve. As soon as we get to finish what we're doing, we turn off. We're now sucking water, so it's rinsing your downstream injector, making it last that much longer as well. Inlet wise to this chem, we not only have soap and SH, but we also have the benzo mix as well, relying on the same inlet. This is switchable via this three-way valve, one for roof treatment, obviously the handle pointing that way. When we point it the other way, we're now pulling soap and SH, as you can see from where that T is. One line is soap, one line is being SH, and we need to put check valves in the line so as it can't swap tanks. It can only pull out of a tank, it can't push back the other way. We'll move around to the pressure hose side. Pressure hose, we have 60 meters of 3/8 high pressure hose. I like to use single wire personally because it's lighter. I'm getting older and I like to make my life as easy as possible. Gun wise, another one we import and make here is the combo, the Davis shooter combo with a M5 twist. We find this is the most efficient way to wash, in my personal opinion. On the hose reel, we have a DN10 ball valve and a stainless swivel. Everything on this system, where possible, has been made stainless for longevity and lack of corrosiveness, apart from things like swivels as they come on the hose reels already. The downstream injectors, even that there being a Tecumec, it's an adjustable and can also foam from this, which is how I like to do my roof treatments. On the soft wash side, we have 60 meters of 13mm ID hose through a blend manifold, which we'll get to, but just to give you an idea, I'll just turn this on and give you an idea of how good this unit can be. We're 2-story here, and that's a 12-volt pump, plenty of pressure, and probably 3-story reach if need be. That's on the shooter side, and then we also have the fan spray again, which is a 40-degree tip, giving you plenty of coverage. So moving around how that's done, we'll start with the tanks before we get down here. We've got the hypo tank, we've got the soap tank, and we've got the roof treatment tank. On the hypo line, everything's 3/4 lines going to the blend manifold. We've put a 3-way valve here, so this way, pointing to where we're coming from. Hypo, that's what it's pulling, and when we're finished washing and we need to flush everything, we just push it around to water flush, and now that's sucking water. We've got soap lines. You'll notice there's 2 soap lines. One's going to the 12-volt system and one's going to the downstream injector. Same with the hypo mix going to the downstream injector as well. You'll notice under here we have another metering valve. These are little metering valves. There's one closer to you. These allow you to adjust down the levels. More likely this one is just on the soap line, because obviously when you're pulling hypo and soap together, you probably want to pull more hypo than you do soap. We try to think of everything where we can. Again, there's one of these valves going into the remote system, so it's probably you probably won't use that much for the hypo mix, but you probably will use it more for the benzo mix for doing your roof treatments. Inside the tanks, everything's filtered. We use a slotted filter which we make up. There are no hose clips or anything inside the tanks, especially not the hypo tank, because they will corrode and disintegrate with our mix. All the other smaller tanks with the quarter lines are all filtered, weighted, so they, again, everything being filtered, we need to keep that where we can. Going along these lines here, we have an H2O being water, obviously, a soap line and a hypo line. Normally you have your water on full, your hypo is your mix rate. With these particular high flow valves, I've even found that with a 12-volt pump, you really don't even need to pull full water. It doesn't really pull everything. So if you went to say 4 and 2, that'll give you a 3% mix, because it's half of what's coming out of the water. And then you've got your soap ratio line as well. So again, these are what we call metering valves. They're not a ball valve. They have a triangle basically cut out of the ball, so as the triangle comes around, the triangle gets bigger, allowing it to pull more chem. In here we have the harder valve 12-volt system, Delavan 7 gallon per minute. 12-volt pumps, they rate them at 7 gallons per minute, but that's an open flow with no hose work and that sort of thing. So once it goes through these reels, you're probably more like 3 to 4 gallons. We have a marine grade circuit breaking switch, as well as the power switch on the outside there. One other thing I've done with this one, because these rigs we don't want to get up on them and try and pour our chemicals and stuff in, I've just put this cam lock thing here, which obviously you can take that off, connect this up, drop that into your solution, whether it be a 200 litre drum of SH or you want to fill your soap line up. You can do whatever you like. You can just put that in there, that'll suck up. Valve's being closed, that's now your sucking port. And then again we utilize a 3-way valve, which I'll show you shortly, but another 1/2 inch valve and a 1/2 inch line, which you can go around and fill each individual tank however you like to do it. That's about it really. That 3-way valve is here. This one's going to our 1/2 inch hose reel, and when we come down like that, that's when it's going through to that little 1/2 inch line around the ute. That's basically it. If there's any questions you have, please ask it in the description. If not, give me an email. Our website, sprayaway.co.nz. By all means, give us a drop us a line, and we can help you with whatever you need. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again shortly.